Dave Fryer and the bloody shop was shut. What do you think of that?
No.
Not Dave Fryer, PJ, sorry. My apologies.
I was going to say.
It's difficult ringing up Dave Fryer's surf shop, isn't it? Yeah. He's shut for years.
Yeah.
Shop for 25 years.
Yeah.
Do you still do repairs?
Hey, Dave, do you still do repairs, mate?
Hey, check out the last Silver Surfers I posted tonight.
Yeah, I did see it. Well, I haven't seen the video. I saw the post.
Let's have a look later, Con.
Check out the video. Check out the intro.
Hey, Con, have you got yourself sorted now with this European legislation nonsense?
Funny you should say that. I went to the prefecture Friday to give my fingerprints for the biometric bit, and I get my card in about 4 weeks.
Excellent. What about your daughter, Morgan? What's happening?
A bit fucked at the moment because they've refused her.
On what grounds?
We still don't know. We're still trying to find that out because she didn't have the information that they wanted. She sent it to them 3 times.
And they didn't get it?
And they said they just haven't got the information. And it's all there, all the information they asked for.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about they may have given an extension of time for this because a lot of people don't even know anything about it.
No, the thing is, right, I can't believe how fucking easy it was. I was talking to the ladies in the prefecture, in the mairie, you know. And I said, my word, this is so good, you know, it's so easy. I told them the story about Morgan in Britain and how shit it is. You know, everybody's saying shit, fuck, you know. So anyway, they said, yeah, for once, the French have done something good on the paperwork. I went through it, so easy, it just slid along, you know, no worries. But I had all my.
I would imagine, Con, there's so many different people in Britain. There must, I don't know how many of the number is. It must be in a million.
It must be a million at least.
Yeah. So
probably more than a million. It's got to be more than a million.
Normal government ways of doing things is not have enough people, isn't it? And then suddenly throw a lot of people at it once they realise that they haven't got enough people.
When they stop panicking. But what they're going to have to do, I think, is just because they're not going to be able to throw out everybody, you know. It's going to be a mass exodus from Britain. Who's going to clean the toilets?
It's interesting though that they know she exists, and they must know she's got a national insurance card.
Yeah, she's given them everything.
And yet they're still challenging her legality. That's a bit odd, isn't it? A bit worrying, really.
It's because she didn't sign on the dole, because she wouldn't sign on the dole because she didn't want to be beholden to the state. So they've got intermittent records of her working from times when she was working and when she wasn't working. And they're saying, like, you haven't had 5 years of knownness, if you want, without the.
Yeah. Did she work then without declaring it sometimes?
No, they were declared. Huh? She's given them the pay slips and everything.
Mm-hmm. No, I just know that's happened to some people who've been off the books and nobody knows. There's a lot of Irish people that's happened to, like in the building trade.
Mm.
But, you know, she's got the documents for that. But in between jobs, she might have 2 months off, 3 months off.
Yeah,
in this 2 or 3 months, she wasn't in the country. So she hasn't had 5 years continuously in the country, which is absolutely ridiculous.
It's crazy. Did you ever listen to that radio program, More or Less? Radio 4. So people write in and say they hear the statistic on the television or the radio, and is it true? And one of the questions was, how many people come into and leave Britain on a yearly basis? So a couple of weeks later, the same thing came back on the radio with an answer. He said, well, it's like this. What the government do, each day they send out something like, I don't know, 500 people with a questionnaire. And they go on the boat, trains and planes. And they ask the question, are you going away on holiday? Or are you coming here on holiday? Are you going away to work, coming here to work? What are you doing? And he tick these tick boxes. No one's going to say I'm an illegal immigrant or anything, are they?
No.
No.
So
I'm an illegal.
they've got records of people coming on holiday and going back, but it doesn't tally up with the number of people here because there is no record. They've got no record at all of exactly how many people are here from abroad. They've got numbers of people who've actually signed on because they've obviously got the paperwork, but there was tens or hundreds of thousands of people who aren't on any list anywhere.
Because if
But
they're
no
illegal,
idea.
if they're illegal, they can't sign on, can they?
No. Of course, there was every opportunity a couple of years back when they could have claimed as illegal, not illegal, but a fugitive.
Yeah, but they didn't want to pay tax on their earnings.
I know, well, there we are, you see. It's like, she declared all her earnings when she was working because she does cleaning work and she gets paid cash in hand, but she declared it all. Of course, when it came to COVID, then she could claim all her money. Of course, other people we know were whinging like hell because they didn't declare their earnings.
Yeah.
So it's,
This is what saved me was when I was musicianing professionally for 22 years, and all that was just declared, and well declared, the right paperwork with an extra pension fund and everything. And that was then I asked them. All I had to do was just write into the pensions people and ask for my career, and then you sent me about 4 pages of every job I've ever had. Some of the places I've forgotten I played, but they had every gig that I did. Amazing.
Well, my sister-in-law was saying this afternoon, another fast that's come out. People have discovered that if you drink a glass of orange juice or lemon juice before you have a COVID test, it comes back as positive, even though you're negative. So because people have realised this now, up in the DVLA, they're saying that they don't feel very well. Drink a glass, they say, oh, you better have a test. Yeah, okay. Have a swig of orange juice, go for the test, or you're positive, you better go home and isolate. So there's hardly any staff in the DVLA. And because they've talked about it now, because everybody's on the fiddle, their kids have got to realise it, and the kids are doing the same in schools now. So they're saying to the teachers, I don't feel very well, miss. Oh, we better give you a test. They have a swig of orange juice, take a test. Oh, you better go home.
and the whole class has to go home as well.
Well, it's absurd.
What's his name? Fucking hell. He's screaming. What's his name?
Marion's friend on Thursday or Friday took her slot. I think he's 8-year-old. So she takes him into school at 9:20 because they're all like spread out. So they don't want everybody arriving at the same time. He gets dropped off at the school at 9:20. 9:20, they're phoning her. You better come and pick Alec up. He's been coughing. And she said, yeah, but Alec coughs. He's got asthma. He's got chest problems. He's coughed since he was born. That's what he is. So they said, well, we can't have that in the class. So we put him in the isolation room and you've got to come and get him. So she said, isolation room? Yes, that's where we put him. That's where we have to put him. So she goes straight back to the school. The kid had only been there 20 minutes. She said, oh, I come to pick Alec up. Oh, he's in the isolation room. The bloody kid was sat on a chair in the middle of the staff's toilet. What? 8-year-old kid left on his own, put a chair in there for him in the flipping the teacher's toilet, basically, and left on his own in there.
What happens if somebody wanted to have a dump?
Well, they can't because he's isolated.
I suppose they got to clean it all out then, haven't they? And disinfect it or whatever.
Yeah.
We were talking about this before you came on. We were just saying about before you two came on.
Yeah.
Like I was watching the rugby today, and there was 52,000 there in Wigan at the game. None of them wearing masks or anything. All shouting and chanting. I was saying to you, Kipper, and we were saying that you can't go to church, you can't sing, you can't go to a funeral, you can't dance at the wedding.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to dance, and you can't sing anywhere in public unless you're outside.
Yeah.
But you can go and sing and chant at a football match.
Yeah.
It's just everything's cockeyed, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got all this to come yet, Con? Once they do it here, other countries will follow, won't they?
Oh, no. Nobody's that stupid.
They will.
We're doing.
Well, no, I personally, I don't think it's stupid. I think it's the way it should have been from the beginning. People are going to make up their own mind.
Yeah.
If they want to wear a mask, they wear a mask. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
It's strange because my son is working. He's in Paris at the moment. He went there last week, and he knew he had to isolate for 5 days if you go into France. So he got on the Eurostar and he go through French customs and ask the usual sort of questions and say holiday or work. So I'm working. And I said, fair enough, off you go. And he thought when he gets off the other end, they'll give him the 3rd degree. Where you going, where you staying, address and everything else. Got off the other end. And that was it. He just got off the other end and got a taxi to where he was staying.
Yeah.
He said he thought it'd be really strict.
I was reading, I'm on a few motorhome groups on Facebook, and I was reading this story. This girl, she put photographs, various photographs on a ferry at the port waiting, and she was saying that they'd gone over on the ferry, I think it was. I could have been the flipping tunnel, I'm not sure. All the documentation that they filled in and flipping they were told was required. When they got to the French end, they just drove off, and ta-da, and off they went, right? And she said they were now in a port. I forget where she said, in Italy. So they'd driven through France into Italy, and they were now waiting for the ferry to go to Greece. And they hadn't been asked one single thing in all that time. 3 weeks into France, going on the ferry to Greece, and nobody had asked them to show them whether they had vaccines, nothing at all.
Nice. It's just inconsistency across Europe, isn't it? And everybody's whinging about it.
Yeah.
Germans weren't going to let anybody in, but now they're going to let us in. Probably Boris done a deal with Bosnia last week.
I was going to come up next week for a weekend as well.
You can come. I think can you come into Britain from? Yeah, you can come in, but we're not supposed to be going to France, are we?
Yeah,
because we're a red country.
yeah.
You're allowed to go. You're allowed to go if you work,
We're only a red country because we drink orange juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.